Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, today our mission is, well, it's tactical, but the terrain. Entirely internal. We're looking at anxiety, self-doubt, that inner critic, and treating it not just as noise, but as actual strategic intelligence.
Exactly. And the framework we're borrowing from is maybe a bit surprising. It's inspired by methods used in CIA operative training.
Wait, CIA.
And here's the really interesting part. The CIA apparently often seeks out individuals who already have, heightened anxiety.
That seems counterintuitive. I always thought it was about being ice cool under pressure. Why look for anxious people?
Well, because they often possess this kind of natural hyper-vigilant awareness. Their nervous system is already really tuned in to subtle signals in the environment.
Okay.
So the goal isn't to stamp out the anxiety. It's about learning to manage that instinct, to turn that sort of scattered worry into focused, calculated threat assessment.
Right, managing it. Okay, so let's apply that inward. We often talk about these inner negative voices, sometimes called saboteurs, right? These patterns that hold us back.
Like the controller archetype, for instance.
What does that actually look like day to day, the controller?
Oh, that's the voice pushing you to micromanage everything, maybe refusing to delegate, or obsessively checking tiny details over and over.
Okay, I can picture that.
And it comes from a real place, evolutionarily speaking, that need for control for survival. But today it often just shows up as limiting behavior.
So how do we change that? How do we turn these signals into allies, like you said?
Well, we can adapt that CIA approach. It's basically a three-step strategy they use for external threats, but we apply it internally. Notice, name, and neutralize.
Okay. Step one, notice. That sounds straightforward. Just basic awareness.
Pretty much. You just recognize when it's happening. The physical feelings, maybe tension in your shoulders. Your mind starts racing, or just that flash of emotion. You just clock it.
Got it. Notice the signal. Then step two is name.
Yes, name. And this is really crucial. You identify the specific saboteur voice that's speaking up. Is it the avoider trying to get you to put something off? Is it the judge tearing down your ideas?
So you actually give it a label.
You do, like saying, okay, that's the hyper-vigilant voice talking.
Yeah.
And doing that, it sort of externalizes it. It creates a bit of distance.
Okay, so you're not it. You're just hearing it. Like a weather report, maybe? Not the whole climate.
Exactly like that. You create that cognitive space.
But isn't there a risk there? If you keep labeling parts of yourself, oh, there's my avoider again, couldn't that just reinforce a negative identity, like getting stuck in a victim mindset?
That's a really important point, and that's where step 3, neutralize, is absolutely key. You're not labeling yourself, right? You're labeling the signal, the voice.
Okay. Subtle but important difference.
Very. And then instead of just reacting or fighting it, you shift into inquiry mode. So if, say, your imposter syndrome saboteur is yelling, "You're totally unqualified for this job," you don't argue back directly.
What do you do then?
You ask gently, okay, what useful intelligence might this voice be trying to give me right now? Or what is this voice trying to protect me from or prepare me for?
So the signal isn't just an attack. It might be like a coded request for preparedness.
Yeah.
The anxiety could be saying, maybe double check those figures, or think through the presentation flow one more time.
Precisely, and that's how anxiety can actually become an asset. It can drive really meticulous thinking. It can lead to what some call hyper-adequacy.
Hyper-adequacy.
Yeah, where you end up preparing for a much wider range of potential issues than someone who isn't feeling that anxiety. It genuinely sharpens your observation and planning. You're turning that fear into a proactive strategy.
Okay, I like that, turning fear into strategy. But making that shift from just reacting to actually using the signal.
Yeah.
It requires, you said, disciplined inquiry. What kind of questions help with that?
Yeah, disciplined but also compassionate inquiry. We generally use 2 types. First, reflective questions. These help understand the origin of that protective mechanism. Like asking yourself, what past experience might have taught me that being hyper-vigilant or needing control was the safest option back then? It sort of validates the saboteur's original positive intention.
Okay, understanding the root and the second type.
Then you shift gear to expansive questions. These are designed to move you out of that protective past and explore future possibilities.
So more forward-looking.
Exactly. You could ask something like, okay, if fear wasn't the main driver of my decision right now, what different possibility might I be willing to explore? Or what could I try next? It shifts the focus from just avoiding pain to actually designing growth.
Right. That whole cycle, noticing the signal, reflecting on it, asking these questions, recovering, it sounds like ongoing training.
That's a great way to put it, like field training for consciousness. It's this continuous loop, awareness, reflection, recovery. And that's how you build what we might call learned resilience.
Learned resilience. I like that. It implies it's a skill.
Yeah.
And building signal literacy, getting better at reading that internal emotional data accurately.
Mm-hmm. It takes practice day after day, which brings us to the practical side.
Right. If this really needs these continuous loops, these cycles of awareness and recovery, what's one simple, actionable practice someone listening could use? Like to start building that signal literacy today or maybe tonight?
Good question. How about thinking of it like a quick tactical checkpoint at the end of the day?
An evening debrief.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe just take 2 minutes. Write down one thing your inner saboteur voice was really worried about today. Just one.
Okay.
Then try answering that neutralized question we talked about.
Yeah.
What was that voice really trying to protect me from or prepare me for?
So connecting the worry back to a potential protective instinct.
Yes. If you start doing that consistently, even just once a day, you begin to recognize the protective signal behind the noise. And once you see the signal for what it is, well, then you can start using it as genuine intelligence.
That's how the agent becomes a strategist internally.
Nice.
Find the protective instinct, use the intel.
That's the core idea.